Welcome to the Dr. Ramsey Show, sponsored by Revitalize Functional Medicine. If you're looking for health tips released consistently every week, you've showed up to the right place. We're grateful that you're joining us, and now your host, Dr. Teresa Ramsey.
Good morning and welcome back to the Dr. Ramsey Show. Today might be a little bit longer because we have a few topics to cover. I have with me a patient, a friend, an assistant. Her name is Angela Kleitz. She's with me today to share her story with you about her journey in health, what she saw being my assistant, and her new career that she's taken upon that she's going to share with all of you as well. So let's welcome Angela Kleitz. Thank you for coming in today, Angela.
Hi, thank you. It's a pleasure to be on here. I've been wanting to do this for a long time.
I'm so glad. Because you have so much to offer.
Well, thank you. I'm
you
glad
really
you see that.
So I met you. We had an open house here, and I don't know what it was, but when I saw you, I just had this instant connection with you. And I just said, I just want her to be my assistant. I didn't know who you were. I didn't talk to you yet. And I asked you, and you said you would. At the time, and I'm not sure if this is okay to say, that you have condition of Lyme. Is
Yes.
that okay?
Yep, go for it. Yep.
Okay. And I know you worked your butt off, but I know with Lyme, there's this shift in memory. What would you say about that?
Oh man, Lyme gets into every system, your endocrine system, your central nervous system, muscular system, any system of the body. But my main symptoms were pain from head to toe.
Right.
Memory. I did not like the cold, couldn't stand the cold. Those were my main things, but I had a lot of weird stuff that wasn't in books, in medical books. So when I told doctors, what was going on, they looked at me like I had 8 heads.
That's common with Lyme, would you say?
Yeah. A lot of the time you get told it's in your head, you're making it up, you need antidepressants, all that stuff that's not.
Is that because the testing isn't accurate? Like, why would that be?
So the test is usually used as a Western blot, and it's a very, very old test. And what I remember is that it's like 50 to 60% accurate. And everybody that I met out here they've had like 6 to 12 Lyme tests that are negative.
Right.
And I came out here to get a special test that's a PCR DNA urine test. So what that does is it actually finds the bacteria in the urine.
Yeah.
And it's only available here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Now, and then the co-infections, that's also found in the urine or the stool? See, because I don't know much. I'm not a Lyme specialist, but I know you. I know that you had suffered. I know that you went above and beyond to be here and to work here, because I think with Lyme it's hard to work.
Yeah, I went a year without working.
Yeah.
And sorry, I get a little, with that, it was like, you didn't have to say it to me, but I felt like people thought I was lazy.
Well, I never thought that. I saw you working your butt off.
And I try to, do the best that I can because you have good days and you have bad days.
Yeah.
So it was rough, but I don't regret it at all.
Yeah. No, I was so happy to have you here. So let's talk about then, so you're a lot younger than some of my patients. Some of my patients are younger too. But what's the biggest takeaway from being my assistant? Like, what did you learn the most?
The hormones run the show.
Run the show.
They run the show. They run everything. And I tell every client that I have, they're saying this, and this. And I'm like, hormones.
Right.
But yeah, hormones run the show.
And the reason is, so in our body, we have 3 systems that work intimately together, and that's our endocrine system, which is our hormone system, our immune system, which is our fight, and then our nervous system, which are a rest and relax, nervous system. So if one of those systems is weak, they're all 3 going to be weak. So I feel what I saw is when you went on to hormones, everything got stronger about you.
Yes. My pain went from like a 15 on a pain scale from 1 to 10 to like a 0.5. And sometimes a 0, depending on the day.
That gives me the chills. Like that's so crazy from taking hormones.
Yeah, that, the food sensitivities, I had no idea. I started to eat stuff that I couldn't have, and now I can eat it now.
Nice.
I've never had sleep issues, but the progesterone is awesome for the sleep. But the pain was the biggest issue.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So to me, I think that your pain improved with a single hormone. Do you think so too?
I do.
What hormone do you think helped that?
Thyroid.
The thyroid replacement hormone does help pain. And I learned this early on in my practice, that just giving a little bit of thyroid can reduce pain significantly, especially as we age. And most of my patients have normal thyroid hormone labs, but they're not optimal. And the conversation that I have is, do you want to be optimal as you age, or do you want to be normal as you age? And obviously with Angela, normal was pain. And now her pain is significantly reduced.
Gone. Poof.
I love it. All right, so let's talk about the other hormone you're on.
Okay.
One of my favorites. And honestly, I prescribe so much of this hormone. I don't have a cap on how much women take. It is only protective. It's never risky. Women love it. And that hormone is?
Progesterone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Progesterone for
Yes.
women. Bioidentical progesterone.
I never had an issue sleeping, so that's never been a thing. But I've always had high estrogen. Like,
yes.
Estrogen is everywhere in our family.
Yes.
So it's definitely helped with my moods, my breast tenderness. All the estrogen symptoms
Sure.
have gotten a lot better.
Did you have trouble sleeping also, or did you sleep well before?
I slept too much.
Okay, right. You were sleeping all the time.
Yeah.
'Cause progesterone's our sleep hormone as well, but that's not what Angela needed it for. So to you, it's all about the cycles that it fixed.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
So something that I thought was really crazy, and I may have told you this or not, but when I bleed is when all my pain comes back. So when I'm on high...
During your menstrual cycle, you get your pain back.
Yeah, all of my
Oh.
pain comes back. But if I don't have a period, it's not there.
I don't know what that is, actually. I don't know why that would be.
I did some research and it said something about estrogen dominance and histamine issues. Because when I eat something I'm not supposed to eat, I get pain. I don't know if that's right.
Sure.
But that's what I've seen in a lot of areas of research.
Right.
Because
And does your nutrition change? Like when you have your menses, do you start eating comfort food or?
Yeah, but I haven't had a period in 4 months.
Oh, yay.
So I don't do that anymore. I don't know. Yeah.
You know, and progesterone will stop a menses if we take enough in every woman, but we're still fertile. So we have to remember that we're still fertile, because just not having a menses, women often think that they're not, but you are. So yeah, my favorite hormone. And now you're doing a lot of wonderful things. So I know you have this wonderful Facebook group. It's called the Hormone Hacker. And I watch your stuff. It's really good. And you really inspire women, was what I'm watching. What made you think of doing that?
Because a lot of my symptoms, even if they're Lyme, they mimic hormone disorders. And I've been a trainer I was a trainer for like 3 years before I got sick. And I always worked with the middle-aged woman. And I just want to show women that you don't have to feel like that. You don't have to hate yourself when you look in the mirror. I hear a lot of that. And it's possible to, I say, getting your old body back. That's how I call it. But
Right.
And I just want people to know that, because I was crawling to the bathroom in pain, on my hands and knees crawling. And if I can get better, I know that they can get better as well.
Wow. It's incredible. You've come so far.
Thank you.
And I know that you're helping these women, and I just love that you're doing that. And you are personal training again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so exciting to be able to be strong enough to train women it's women only that you work with?
Yeah. I mean, I've had some men, but I connect better with women.
Yes.
So that's kind of what I stay with, peri or menopausal women.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I know you have, not Facebook, I've seen you on Instagram. Do you have a Facebook for your workouts as well?
I do I do a yoga class on Sundays. It's on my Hormone Hacker page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so people can find you at the Hormone Hacker on Facebook. And to call you if they want to do some private training, how would they get in touch with you?
They could message me on Facebook if they feel comfortable. I can also, I can provide my cell number if that's,
Okay.
whatever they're
So
comfortable
on
with.
the Hormone Hacker, they can write you a private message?
Yes.
Okay, that's perfect. Is there anything else that you wanted to share that we haven't talked about?
I think we've covered it all.
Yeah.
I love working here. I can tell you that. You've changed my life. And I know I've told you that, but so everybody sees, she's changed my life. So you got me the rest of my life back. So I thank you for that.
Well, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for referring all your friends to us. I
all the time.
really appreciate that. And honestly, my success is because I've been studying with my teacher, Dr. Neil Rousier, for 22 22 or 23 years now. And if it wasn't for him, I would not know this research that I love so much, because women like Angela, every day we treat and they always feel better. I don't remember somebody not feeling better. Yes, there's side effects, but there's no risks in anything that we do. It's extremely safe. In fact, to me, it's safer to age with hormones, obviously, than to not. Well, I mean, obviously, that's my philosophy. Because if we've had hormones when we were younger, why don't we need them now? Hormones aren't just for reproduction. Hormones are for strength, for sleep, for bone health, heart health, dementia health. I mean, there's so many things that we need hormones for. It's not just for reproduction. So if you want to live your best life, consider seeing somebody to have your hormones replaced after 40, 50, and your quality of life should improve, and also risks reduce significantly. Thank you so much for listening today. If you'd like to get in touch with Angela, please follow her on the Hormone Hacker on Facebook, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for our episode next Tuesday. Stay healthy and happy. Until next time.